It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Patriots on Monday Night Prime Time.
It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between our visitors and the New England Patriots. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 17 carries, 53 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Andre Cisco there on the stop. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now Jones. Smith with a first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Throwing Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tate. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a New England touchdown. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. They'll run for the first time with Travis.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Pats are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took...
And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big... for New England. And now following that last play, I do believe... Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in the back? Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 41. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Off play action. Jones. And that is incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. Play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
Room here to run. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
7-7, our score after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to it and kept him short of a 1st down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Good work, let's go.
Damian Harris and the Patriot offense ready to take over again.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29. Before he's out of bounds. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
46 yards on the ground for him so far.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Knox.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And they can't bring him down. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
2nd and 16.
Another try after the first down sack.
Lawrence
forced out to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Well, good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Here's Lawrence.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 39.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On play action, Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Now Lawrence.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. 67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
On second down, it's Harris. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught. Smith. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st down, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. That's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. New England's offense set to go.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jones throw there, taken in by Smith.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Tate.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Jones on 3rd down. A giant hole up the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Yeah, this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. They run for it with Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 10. And they're going to start at a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. And not totally home ETN. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another tote for ETN. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as good running gets him to about the 44. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's a give to ETN. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have